Well, gentlemen, I'm going to switch gears here. Parliament had a very interesting debate over a character that we all know and love very well.
I've heard of a number of cases where people have been excluded for incitement and for hatred. I've never heard of one for stupidity.
Hate crime is being inflamed and stroked by the words that Donald Trump is using.
Donald Trump is a fool. He is free to be a fool. He is not free to be a dangerous fool on our shores.
Donald Trump is a buffoon.
Ultimately, buffoonery should not be met with the blunt instrument of a ban, but with the classic British response of ridicule.
Well, it was quite a debate. 573,000 signatories. It was said at the beginning of the debate that this was the most ever on a parliamentary.
What was the votes? What were the numbers in the vote?
They tabled it in committee.
Okay.
It never went to the floor.
All right.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen. No, unless he does something really stupid, and the only way it'll happen is if Theresa May, the Home Secretary, does something. And she's already said she's not likely to do something on the basis of what she's seen so far. So,
yeah, I mean, God.
I mean, the American press actually really enjoyed it. Rachel Maddow, that's from whom that clip was from, had great fun, looking at the way in which people will debate, even where to go for dinner as MPs, and the civilized nature of the debate as opposed to what they're seeing in the United States right now. But, ridicule rather than prevent entry.
Because we have banned people before for things that they've said. There was the Dutch right-winger Geert Wilders, obviously, and then there's various sort of hate speakers from different wings of the political and religious spectrum that we have actually banned. So there's form here, there's precedent. It's been done before.
I will tell you why it won't happen.
Go ahead.
Donald Trump has a lot of money, and he invests it in golf courses in Scotland.
No, absolutely. I think that's a perfectly valid point. And also I think that, he actually needs to come out, especially if he becomes president, but I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But, if he comes over here, I think now he would face a lot more critical barrage than he perhaps would expect. So I think he should come over here and face that.
Well,
you and I differ on this. I mean, I'm with Daryl on that. I mean, I think he should come over and face ridicule, but you don't, do you?
Oh, I think it'd be great. I mean, I was hoping for the ban, no question about it, because one of the things that bothers me about my birth country is this clinging to two amendments, the first and the second. The second has to do with firearms. The first has to do with freedom of speech. And they cling to freedom of speech, but they don't understand that there are consequences to freedom of speech. For example, you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. You will be charged there. And what I like about this country is the relative intolerance towards hate speech. It makes people think twice. There are people that are arrested and sitting in jail. And it would be a great example, and this is the only reason, I have no personal enmity against the Donald. I think he's just a buffoon. But I think it would be a wonderful example for all of his followers who are running around and saying anti-Obama, racist, Islamophobic sentiments, that they could say, holy crap, you mean there's actually consequences for what I have to say? So that part of it does appeal to me.
And that issue that Dara raised out, Geert Wilders being banned and stuff, I mean, there is precedent.
Absolutely.
For it.
Absolutely. And
I don't think it would have that effect, though, Dennis, to be honest with you. I think it would just be more... The acolytes of Trump are so behind his ideology that they would just be, if he got banned, it would be like, see, these guys are all, against freedom.
Against us.
Yeah, or against freedom and all
Everyone
this kind
hates
of
me.
stuff. I don't think it would have any implications for the way that people who support Trump actually think about it.
I need to get a sound effect of a baby crying. Wah, wah,
Yeah.
wah, wah. Because, I mean, that's what he sounds like half
Or
the
throwing
time.
toys out the pram.
Oh, shit.